Hello? Any jobs in there? I'm a junior developer. I know React. Any jobs down there? I know JavaScript. JavaScript for sale. JavaScript. I applied for over 400 jobs. Over 400 jobs. And if I was lucky, I got a rejection email. 0 actual leads. And I was just this nobody. I had just been teaching myself online, no experience, didn't look good on paper. I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years. Like, why the heck would they hire me? Why? No reason. No. When you're applying for jobs, you need to somehow convince the people who posted the job that you're a good candidate, right? In my situation, the opposite happened. I was already posting who I was, what I could do, what I was learning, and somebody was looking for someone with that exact skill set, with those exact characteristics, and they found me. I didn't have to convince anyone. It's easy to complain about the whole job process. I see people complaining all the time about job listings, like they're asking for an entry-level developer, but they want at least 2 years of experience. Like, how does that even work? Or the huge long list of requirements for a job is totally unrealistic. So it's really easy to complain about the broken process. But complaining really does not help you. What does help is finding another way. The best way to find a job is word of mouth, which these days is social media. Story time. So my original plan when I started learning web development was to learn in public so that I didn't have to go through the whole painful process of applying for jobs and getting rejected and rejected and rejected. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, now my shoes are slippery. This is bad. I'm gonna biff it. So what happened? So why did I apply for over 400 jobs? I got impatient. I wanted to get a job as fast as I could. But also, I was getting some very positive feedback. Some people on LinkedIn and different meetups and things I've been going to said that I was ready. It had only been 6 months that I've been learning. I didn't feel ready, but I was kind of taking their word for it because they had more experience. So here's the deal. If I make it across this log, you will subscribe to my channel. Ready? Go! Oh my goodness. Yes! Like and subscribe. I probably was ready for an internship just to get the ball rolling. I was in a different situation than a lot of people. I was taking care of 4 young children, and if I was going to get a full-time job, I needed a nanny. And nannies are at least $20 an hour, so I at least had to make that much. So I started applying. It was a learning experience. It helped me know what companies were looking for, where the gaps in my knowledge were, and things I needed to focus on. So that was a benefit. After that first round of applying for jobs, I decided to stop. I decided to take a break so that I can fill in those gaps in my knowledge and up my skills more. And the response to that was disappointment. Like, people who knew that I was stopping applying for jobs thought I was quitting. But I wasn't quitting. I was adjusting my strategy. You've probably heard this before. If you just keep applying and applying and applying, eventually you'll get there. You've heard that before, right? Have you also heard that doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, is insanity? So that's basically what it was. I didn't want to act crazy. I'm a developer! I wanted to actually get a job. So you might say, what's the harm in applying for jobs? I may as well just keep applying and see what happens, right? But I would say that it actually can be harmful. As someone who's already unsure of yourself and whether you are even ready yet, it can make that self-doubt grow and grow and grow, and just be paralyzing. I'm glad people are trying to be encouraging, but if they're just saying, just keep applying, you're ready, you'll get there eventually, you're doing great, just keep going, it can stop you from doing what you need to do. There's no guarantee that you're gonna get a job. No company owes you a job. It's like them saying, keep gambling, you'll get your money back eventually. No, sometimes you just lose all your money. And I was done spending all my time and energy on this fruitless search instead of doing what I love to do, what I wanted to do, and what would increase my chances of getting a good job, which is learning, building, sharing. I can't skip brunch. About a year after I started learning, the pandemic hits, right? This throws everything off, all my great plans. And it got even harder. I wondered, should I even be applying right now? How long is this gonna last? Should I just wait till it's over? And really, it ended up being the best thing that could have happened. It took a global pandemic to get me to be sane again, and I'll tell you why. It made me re-examine what I was doing, and I ended up going back to my original plan, which was what? Learning in public, learning and building and growing my skills in public so that the opportunities would come to me. I decided to learn React Native, and I posted on LinkedIn that I was learning React Native, and a couple weeks later, Entrepreneur reached out to me and gave me a freelance gig building a React Native app. And once again, I made a demo of that when I was done, posted it on Twitter, and literally a week later, I got a job offer from a company that wanted a React Native app. Mosquitoes. I had an interview with them, which was not a real interview. It was just an informal chat about some of the projects I'd worked on. And we had a great time and we laughed. And 2 days later, I had a job offer. They already knew that I could do what they needed me to do. I was the kind of person they wanted to work with them, and I didn't have to apply. I got a job because of the pandemic and because I was continuing to learn in public instead of applying for jobs. I am so happy I stopped applying for jobs. And if your situation is similar, I encourage you to do the same. Yes. Oh. You win some and you lose some.